I try and kind of capture in this interview what I can feel from your music and what I think people can feel from your music.
Okay.
So yesterday, I saw you perform for the first time, so it was my first live show. But I saw in there like complexity. But when I was looking at the people, I saw freedom. Like it's like you bring freedom to them.
Oh, then I'm doing something right. I didn't even know it was that good, but I mean, that's what music's done for me. You know?
Yeah.
Are we on now? Were you starting
Yes,
already?
we are.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
This is the way to do it. I thought she was going to press buttons. But, you know, records and seeing live bands as a kid, that always gave me freedom. Made me feel like I wasn't alone. Like, you know, even when I was a little kid, jumping up and down in the bed, turning up an Elton John record or something, I just felt that, you know, it was a place to go and there was other people there. And even though I didn't know them yet, they were like me, and maybe they would accept me instead of all these people judging you so heavy, you know, at school or whatever.
I know 100% what you feel. It's like, do you know that song Vincent by Don McLean?
Yeah, about Vincent Van Gogh or Goth or however they say it. Yeah,
yes, but there's a line
Starry
in there.
Night.
Yes, exactly. But there's a line in there that actually says, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. And to me, that always relates to the feeling I get from music, and I recognize what you say in there. Because it really is like, you come together in the real world. You know, I think this is a fake world, but music makes us experience.
It breaks
the real
down
world.
something in us, I guess. It's gonna make you cry or laugh or feel like you know a stranger that you don't know because you're just there. But don't tell anybody, but I'm a Don McLean fan a little bit.
Are you really?
We have a line in Black Haired Girl, some kind of American Pie. Baby be mine, Miss American Pie. I don't know, something like that. And give me a kiss with your apocalypse at the end of the world. In the song called Black Haired Girl. But I always like Starry Night, whatever it's called, Vincent. And I do like that long song, American Pie.
Well, why not?
Two sides of it, you flip it over, and
Yeah.
as a kid, we used to like to talk about what each line, who he was referencing. Is that Jagger? Is that Dylan? Is that Elton John?
Yeah. So you're an
Get the A to Z guidebook for your baseball cards and scorecards. Analytical male part of the brain. Who produced that record? And how you gonna land on the moon and why?
But that's the beauty of it. I really do think that music takes masks away. And I do think that that's what this world needs more than, now with all the chaos, more than any time.
We're sitting here in this room in a very chaotic time. We're about to walk into more craziness. But I guess it's been like that in the world for hundreds and thousands of years. And, so we find ways.
Yeah.
I survive, right?
Yeah, true. Well, can I ask you, because you quoted, not quoted, but you referred to Ram Dass yesterday.
Yeah.
So I would assume that there's quite a bit of spirituality in you too.
Maybe spirituality in not in a way that everybody gets it, but from music and writers and people like Ram Dass, I think has maybe been an unconventional way of getting wisdom and stuff out. I think that, years ago I used to have cassettes of him that a friend of mine gave me, and I'd listen to that, but you get different things. Sometimes just something somebody says makes so much sense, and it's a comfort. Just when you hear it, it kind of puts all the pieces together, and you're like, all right, this felt like a good deep breath I can get through the day. And sometimes you can hold those things in the back of your head or think about them sometimes. Sometimes we forget. You need these things to remind us.
Yeah.
What the hell am I doing here? Oh yeah, it's not so bad. I just saw some funny Marx Brothers movie, and life can be this good celebration of a heartbeat. So.
Yeah. Well, it's a really strange question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Yeah.
So, what do you think life is? Like, why? Is there a why?
Oh wow. I think kind of scientifically that it's just this natural thing, and evolution. We've just progressed and evolved in some ways we haven't. As these beings from animals, from out of nature, out of the ocean or whatever, it all seems to make some kind of sense to me. But on the other hand, without being like, oh, God is looking down and planned this whole thing, and you're going to be punished, and you should be like this and read the good book. Though I do think there's something so perfect about some things, and there has to be some kind of energy or force or some kind of spirit behind it, and that might be part of nature and stuff, but maybe not in a traditional religious sense.
Yes. Yeah. Well, what connects us together, right?
Hoodoo, voodoo.
Voodoo. Yes.
You do. Fuck you.
You do have a lot of humor. Like yesterday, also it was like a real mix of items in there. So you've got that humor side of you. Is that because you're a New Yorker?
I think tragedy plus time equals comedy. No, I don't know. I think that my songs aren't usually that funny. Maybe they are, but to somebody. But I try to, when I talk on stage and connect with people, I think it kind of ties together. I like the idea of having these kind of sad, melancholy songs and some kind of laughing at yourself kind of backstory. I think it's important to have a sense of humor in show business or rock and roll. If you take yourself too serious, you're gonna be it's gonna get scary. So,
Yeah.
but I think that's just a good way to break down things with people too. I think humor and laughter and I don't know. I guess I call it just talking and doing the band. So he's doing bits, but.
Well, they're interesting bits. That's really good.
Yeah.
So, where does your confidence come from? Because that again was something that really shined through. Is that this? It's like you come alive when you're performing your music, and it's that yes, I'm here. This is me.
Well, we do all this all day. We travel and we fly and we work and we rehearse and we put the strings on and we. So when you get there and you have that 2 hours and you've been sitting in a van, I mean, that's the moment to be there. You're alive. It's not like people listening to a record and you're some head down. I mean, I guess that works for some, but I really want to connect with people. I really enjoy what I do, or I wouldn't do it all these years.
Yeah.
And so, inside the songs, it feels good. It's just a natural thing. I was having fun at sound check and there's nobody here. And sometimes it's hard. I mean, every job has its Mondays, But I just feel that music is a physical thing too, and it just, I don't want to go see somebody that's bored,
Yeah.
If I get too bored, I should stop, I want to be there to give people the whole night, the whole package, and why I came there and why they came there. And,
Yeah.
the bands I always liked are people that really put on a show.
Yes. Yeah. What are I know it's a cliche question, but still, what are some of those bands?
The Clash, when I was a kid, I saw them replacing their songs, the Ramones and the Replacements, and I guess, some other bands that I saw, like Jane's Addiction and Bad Brains, and, now bands, I guess, that I go see, it's a little different, it's a little more mellow, or in a way, in the approach, but then there's great bands like Goldwell Bordello or the Hold Steady that put on really good, full, energy rock shows. Nick Cave is great live. I mean, he's this front person, and it's great. And seeing some Bruce Springsteen shows, what that guy gives up there, and maybe it's those early Kiss concerts with the fire and the blood and the spitting and the breathing and no makeup. No.
Yeah. Well, not yet. It's always an evolution, I guess.
Yeah, Bob Dylan put the white face on in the 70s as he went to his Rolling Thunder period.
But if I wanted to lay bare your soul, if you would let me, what is the one question that I would need to ask you to do that?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. It'd have to be something that exposes me with my fear and my, I don't know, I think, not being a negative way, I think fear holds people back. You have things that we have these blocks, and then we have things that are, that are just genuinely, both are real, I guess, the good things in us. What would you ask me? I don't know. Why you do this? Who do you think you are? Who the fuck are you, Malin?
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. It's a mix of things, a conflicted person, it's a side that's very open and social and positive and people, and there's a side that's reclusive and anxious and antisocial at times. You wouldn't think so, but and that is you can get caught up in being stressed out about things, and it's all the negative stuff, the anxiety and the stress and the wanting to fix situations that you can't or whatever, control them. a lot of that gets relieved in playing music and being a chance to get up there and shake it up, and in writing and recording. It's great to have a channel. I feel that everybody should have an outlet, like every husband, wife, whatever, anybody, a housewife, a guy that works, like you need something, painting, gardening, whatever it is, like something that's all art. Mine just happens to be with sweat and tequila and a microphone in the face.
Yeah, but it creates that balance, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. But I don't know if I really answered your question.
You did, because like yesterday again, I was thinking, especially when you're talking about the positive mental attitude. I think you can see that complexity in your music. I try and look at, that connection that you talk about?
Yeah.
I try and see if I can figure that out while I'm listening and while I'm watching people.
Last night they started to get, looser, and, some of the English audiences are they clap, they show up early, they love rock and roll.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're a little reserved, and then sometimes they get dancing. And last night they were dancing.
Yeah.
If we can get them dancing, that's like another level. Get them to enjoy themselves and watch, but if you get them moving and everything, then you feel like you're really doing your job. The whole place is dancing, you're like, what the fuck, this is great. You gotta get some new shoes, learn some moves.
It's good. It's good when we can get people dancing through that, right? Cool. Well, honestly, keep doing it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant last night, and I look forward to tonight.
Yeah, this is more of a bigger room, and London's always a great crowd. I've been coming here a long time now, and these people are so loyal and been so respectful to me, and I really have a lot of gratitude for that. I feel blessed because they have a lot of options. So it's Friday night in London, last night of the tour, in the middle of a world health crisis, with fear, and we're going back into New York. We don't know what we're going into. They're closing the whole city. Nobody won't let me go home. I'm gonna have to sleep in the airport with my guitar. I'm making jokes, but
the thing is, we don't know, right? Yeah, I know. But more than ever, you need that positive mental attitude.
Yeah, well, it's gonna go. I'm here right now, as Ram Dass said, right? Be here now. We're right here, so we're hanging, talking some stuff.
Perfect. Thank you, Jesse.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.